Hey everybody, Mo here, and today I'm bringing you guys some YouTube video gameplay on the Yuumi Fizz deck that I used to hit rank 1 with in Legends of Runeterra ranked ladder. Yeah, I hit rank 1 basically in a day. Like, kind of 2 days is when I held it. So I just came back to the game recently, so for those of you that know, and got to Masters playing some fun decks, and I finally got in Masters, and I was like, you know what, maybe I want to climb a little bit, or like, what deck would be good? And I saw this Yuumi Fizz deck with like rank 4, rank 5 or so. I don't remember quite who it was. But then I picked it up because I was like, oh, it looks like kind of fine. Worlds was going on at the same time, and JO1 was like doing okay with it, as well as his partner Chinya, who made it all the way to the grand finals and got second place with the deck list. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let me try it out then. And first of all, their deck list was not very good. It was not really doing what this deck list did, which was have the consistency. So I decided to load this deck up. I've played 130 games, and I have a 66% win rate over 130 games. I consistently climb with this deck whenever I'm ready to climb. Basically what happens is I'll play some fun games on stream, and then lose all my LP, or go down like 100 LP, and then play this deck and immediately gain 300 LP in the same session. So, deck is very good. Let's go over what the deck does, kind of what it beats, and then I'll show you guys some games with it. So the first thing is, what does this deck do? What does deck do? And the idea is you play these elusives, and you make them really big, and you make them hard or impossible to interact with, like Fizz, Yuumi getting Spell Shield onto things, Skip taking away their interaction, and of course you're just gajillion in one pump spells to make it so your units aren't going to die. And that's basically the whole idea. So you have Omen Hawk on turn 1, you have Omen Dog on turn 2 if you need to, get big. If you ever buff your Yuumi, you're big chillin', buff an elusive unit, you're really happy. We have Glacial Saurion in the mid game to continue the just like tempo. So you're always going to have units, and they're still going to be big, even if your Omen Hawk died on earlier, your Omen Dog died earlier, you weren't able to get a bunch of triggers with it. Okay, Skip is insanely good at taking away your opponent's interaction. Most decks in the meta right now don't have too many ways to actually deal with your elusives as far as spells go, or like elusive blockers. So being able to skip them and take away whatever interaction card that they could have is really nice. And then Fizz is really good. At that also, because Fizz can't be targeted by things except for burst speed spells, which there aren't a lot of. There's like Hush, but you can play around Hush fairly easily. Next up is, how do you play this deck? So you play this deck by, again, trying to get as many buffs as you can out early. You have to mulligan aggressively for Fizz, Yuumi, is what I typically go for. Sometimes I'll keep like Snow Dog in my opener. I'll keep Omen Hawk, Snow Dog in my opener always. And then I'll have Yuumi and Fizz. I'll hard mulligan for those. And some matchups, if all I need is a Yuumi and a Fizz, like if it's against control deck, where I know that they just simply cannot deal with the Fizz, then I'll just hard mulligan for a Fizz and like a Bone Club or Fizz and a Yuumi or something like that and be happy. Yumi's really good into control because after she attacks 3 times, she gives her ally Spell Shield. So round start, attach me, give the attached ally a Spell Shield if it doesn't have it. When it levels up, it gives the Spell Shield on the attack, so you get the burst speed, get Spell Shield. You'll see me do that a couple of times and trick people. They're not really paying too much attention to what the Yuumi is doing, not realize that she's leveling, and all of a sudden I have this Spell Shield, big attacking elusive unit, and it's very good. The supporting cards we have in here is a bunch of spells that help you both survive with things like the Harsh Winds and the Three Sisters, which are good frostbites, and I think that push a lot of damage and keep your units alive. So like Elixir of Iron, Inner Beast, Sky Splitter, Battle Fury. A very solid. Wallop is also a card that helps you not die. Scholarly Pioneer is a good way to help you push damage most of the time. It either heals your units in the Broadway matchup, heals you against aggro, stops your opponent's elusive blocker from being an elusive blocker, or it can kill a landmark if you're playing against a... the only landmarks that are really being played right now are Temple. So it helps you destroy Temple. Another cool thing you can do with Scholarly Pioneer is if you have to 3 Sisters entomb something, like a Broadmain, most of the times what I end up doing it on, is you can 3 Sisters entomb the Broadmain, and then all of a sudden now you can Scholarly Pioneer to destroy a landmark, and you can destroy the entomb, which is pretty cool, and they don't get their unit back. That's a cool little trick you can do. Outside of that, it is just a lot of keep your elusives alive, buff them up, and hit them with elusive damage. Don't really care too much about blocking or care too much about what your opponent's doing as long as they're not killing you, because you're going to be faster with them and being able to kill them with unblockable units, which is very cool. So that's going to be it for the intro. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will post the deck link to this down in the description below. And I'm going to show you guys a lot of the games I played on my way to rank 1 with it. So deck is very cool. Also remind you guys, so please like and subscribe to the video and let me know what decks you guys want to see. I have a lot of spicy decks coming out this week. I have this. I have Milkai coming out, a mill deck that did really well for me. And then a Bard Mordekaiser deck that actually did really well. I think I ended with a 70% win rate on it. It was either 60 or 70% win rate over 10 games. So it's the deck was surprisingly did well, which is hilarious. So all 3 of those coming out this week, maybe a little extra one for Holiday Spirit, who knows. But I appreciate you guys a lot. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what decks you guys want to see in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And we'll turn around ASAP, I believe. Give me that Poro. What? You don't want to trade your Poro with me? Oh, very nice. Dog. This. Oh, I didn't even know that card existed. I didn't even know this was a card. I'm down to play chicken and just keep letting each other buff cards if that's what you want to do.
It's my kind of critter.
Oh. Okay. And I can just shoot your 3-1, right? I'll schlep you up. There we go. Do some schlapping and dapping. Do some schlapping around. Caraviner in this feels kind of awkward, but if they use a spell here to like trade this off, I think I'm okay with that. R. Dog. Just a Yuumi. Am I getting Yuumi'd on for the first time ever? Okay, cool. What we got in there, King? Surion. No, not my dog. I actually think I need my units alive. I think I need my units alive. I mean, we can just Battle Fury and win, right? Win on mana for Battle Fury. Oh, that's a good card. +2/+2 is pretty good. I also like +2. What do you do if we just like swing at you for a lot? Okay. to 2 and then put you to... I guess I should have swung out and we could have had lethal. Okay. Chunky boy. Okay. So let's give our guy Overwhelm. I mean, Urgent. Right. And remove this from you and just block my 2-1 with you. Okay. Looks fine. I think this is fine. What is this captured? Sarian. Battle Fairy. Like, beat Frostbite anyways, man. What's up, Basha? Like, I just wake up, play video game, go edge. I just wake up, go to work, or I'm making content, and I just ask myself, how do I do the best I can today? Sometimes you have to hit him with the disrespectful no one damage. We should have... I want to level my Yuumi in this matchup for Frostbites. That's okay, we got sharesies. I'll do that.
We're off on a new adventure.
We're sad until like exactly Telstone's killing our man Hawk. That's fine. Do some buffage. Cool.
This world shall witness my true
There's Fizz. You're a big unit.
If Horn could see me now. Behold my true nature. So cold.
Oh, I'm glad they got Deathless. I mean, he'll swing into me. Actually, really glad. Oh, wait, you're not swinging into me? Oh, I want to play my 10-10 Fizz. Let me play my 10-10. I only have one wish as a child. I only have one wish. That works. Oh.
Time to turn the page, book.
Not my Fizz. 6 and hit you for 5 and put you to 3. I haven't put you to 3. That's not worth it. Just gonna kill your unit. And they're gonna play Heisho next turn, and then we're gonna Yuumi onto our skip, and then their Volibear is gonna be irrelevant.
I'm ready to play, bop, and knock over some cups.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, cool. I mean, I'd just kill your Elder Dragon. Kind of. Oh, I guess I'll just play this. I guess I'll just play this Fizz. And we can play Bone Club, and we'll have mana for Sky Splitter and Battle Fury next turn. Yeah, the matchup, you just level Yuumi in that matchup, and they can't do anything against you. I straight up think that people just forget Legends of Runeterra exists. No meme. No meme. I think if you were to ask people, like, what are the Riot games? I think they're more likely to name Wild Rift than Legends of Runeterra, and I bet half of you right now forgot Wild Rift was even a game. Yeah, I bet more people know about Wild Rift than they do Legends of Runeterra. Fizz. Hi, I'm Fizz. This matchup is so good, man. I'm just wild saying, though. Yeah, and that's like fair. It's a really good point. Pretty sure once LOR goes to China, it's Jover. It's Jover for them. The rest of the world will feel the wrath of LOR mention. Here's card.
Lead the way, book. Wait, you've been following me?
Hey. How am I supposed to level my Fizz when you play a forward too? And I got new scanner like I was mad about. They definitely knew LOR existed. Yeah. Alright, here's this. And then what? I think people don't realize that, like, giving me curses, like, actively helps Fizz decks. Yeah, no. Try this again. Okay. No card draw for you. Like, yeah, I think people don't realize that giving curses to Fizz decks is just, like, not as good as they think it is. Assuming they, like, have the mana for it and aren't just a baboon about it. Assuming they don't just tap out for no reason.
Show them what it is to fall.
Play 2 turn. We need a second Fizz so we can level our Fizz next turn.
It will all be over soon.
I have to have the 3-mana deal 5.
Own your frailty.
Yeah, we did this, so we can do this. We're not going to give them a card draw. I think their hand's probably not very good. Okay. Getting you a glimpse? I don't think so. I'm just not going to give you card draw. Or should have a second one and back to you card, I guess. Yeah, you could have Crumble. That's a cool card you could have, but I will say, if you have Mordekaiser in your hand, I'll be kind of sad that you're about to draw 4 cards. Okay. You will survive.
No one is beyond
You've had no...
no one.
So, fine, as long as they don't top deck exactly Mordekaiser here. Even if they top deck Mordekaiser, it's not that bad. It's just not great.
This will hurt a little.
Share in my curse.
I ain't afraid.
Yeah, I don't think I care about Soul Cleave. But I assume they're gonna like try and Soul Cleave something, and then we can just like... I'm gonna Soul Cleave like this and draw a bunch of cards. And we get punished if they have like... Yeah. And it like actually doesn't matter. We're gonna draw 1 card here. There's the idea with Fizz Yuumi screwing over Netty. I mean, you beat like any mid-range pile. Like, this game looks a little closer, like number-wise, just because they played units, but I'll let you know this game was never at any point scary. The only point it was like maybe scary was if they had top decked a Mordekaiser on 7. But I mean, they had like the ideal curve, right? They even made me skip like a Fizz level up. Here, man. Like, they even made me skip a Fizz level up, you know? So. Like, or not a Fizz level up. They made me skip a Yuumi level up, so. I, like, tried. Wasn't particularly close.
Over here.
That's pretty. They could have, like, pretty interesting. If they drew, like, Hate Spike, I'm kind of sad. If they drew, like, Hate Spike Vengeance, or, like, any card plus Vengeance. How big are you? I think if I can beat Ruination. We can just do this. Like, we'll tell them to show us exactly kill spell plus second vengeance, right?
Let's find a new best friend.
I'll play level 2 Ruin. Yeah, I think Ruin's gotten a lot more popular lately. But I think it's less likely that they have, like, Hate Spike or whatever plus Vengeance than just randomly teching in a Ruin. Because they've had one card in their hand for the whole game. So, like, how many cards can that realistically be, right? It's like Rekindler and, like, Ruination. Or, like, Second Vengeance, maybe. But, yeah. Like, there's very few cards you can keep in your hand the entire game with this deck. Yeah, the matchup's really good for us. It's just sometimes they draw really well, and what it is. It did, right? I'm pretty sure it cost 3 at some point. Pretty sure it cost 3 at some point. I'm going to release. Yeah, because it was going to spell. Start buffing.
End of this time, book.
Start buffing.
This mama is the beast mama. Over here.
Gonna hit you in the head. You can play a dragon next turn, that's fine. Yeah, I thought that card cost 3, so I didn't play around it. What it is. Your policy. Think about target ED deck. I think it's pretty good when it works. I don't know how often it. They killed our dragon here, which is pretty funny. Think I care. I'm just gonna hope to draw a second Fizz. Big unit. Big unit. Yeah. I think a deck's pretty good when it's... I think the only issue with this deck, really the biggest issue with this deck, is sometimes you can play your 12-man in win condition and you get like 2 dragons. And 2 dragons is not gonna get you there. Like 2 dragons just does not get you there a lot of the time. Am I getting silent? Nice. Exactly the card we needed. But that's the issue, is you spend 12 mana on your win condition and it just like doesn't matter sometimes. And I'd have to have double hush to not lose. Uh, 8, 9. And it's like Targon speak. Yeah, slightly different, but yeah, basically.
Mama's home.
Slightly different, but basically. Alright. Good one. I want to represent lethal on the attack, though. Issue with this is they just click OK. They have to have hush hush.
Let's find a new best friend.
Or stun stun.
The ocean wins again.
Kind of hungry. Go door dashing. I think I'll DoorDash food in like an hour. That's kind of early. You know what? Yeah. I like keeping Bone Club because that means that I'm not gonna draw units, so these are gonna buff units more. Or I'll like draw the units. Cause like this Fizz is cool, but I'd rather have this in my deck and then pull out like a 4/3 Fizz, right?
I best dragons. You can't frighten me. You call that fighting?
Alright, let's get a Yuumi. Oh, good card.
How soon Demacia forgets.
Get it. Give me that interaction. No interaction allowed here. No interaction allowed here. Bone Club! Okay. No Shyvana, please. One time. Top deck Shyvana. That's pretty gross. Alright, whatever. That's pretty gross. Dragon! I just passed.
They are nothing.
Okay. I don't like heat. I can't go pump single.
You best believe I don't play.
Being able to take away pump single is really nice. Oh, okay, I guess that also takes away pump single. And this gives us lethal. We can pull Badger Bear to the side. Yeah, 0 out of 6. Skip was a mistake. Yeah. Being able to just burst speed, yoink something out.